Welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast with your hosts Bill Algie, Dennis Talbot, and Alan Tate. We are three guys who have one thing in common, a love of rock and roll. Our goal is to talk about all things rock. We hope you find this show intriguing, funny, and occasionally highly opinionated. Enjoy! Hey folks, this is episode number 350. 250, not 350. 250.
I'm confused.
Well, see, when I introduced Brian Wheat from Tesla 2 episodes ago, I was like, this is episode number 248 or 348. And the look on Bill's face was like, oh, I bet I got that wrong. But see, I was so smooth, I went in and edited it and fixed it, and nobody even knew I screwed up. But everybody knows I screwed this one up because I'm not editing this one, because we are, after all, unedited. Mostly.
And professional.
Unedited, unprofessional, unscripted, and there was another one I like to use.
Oh, it's the we're not censored. Uncensored. There you go.
And uneducated.
Educated.
Yeah, we don't need no education.
Yeah.
All right. Before what we're going to do tonight, I guess I should announce that. Oh, Bill, do something with your hair.
Dude, that looks horrible, man.
Speaking of that, look at this, y'all. Woo!
I'm like, all of a sudden I look up, it's like, what the hell?
Are you going to get like a mullet to match your beard?
I'm going to grow me a skullet.
The other thing is, it would be weird is if your mullet was as long as your beard and you kept it trimmed the same way.
It'd be the same. It'd be the same length.
That would be pretty. Draw eyeballs on the back of my head.
That would be the funniest shit ever. We'd laugh.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be almost as funny as showing up at a podcast expo dressed in blue Best Buy shirts.
That was classic.
What a bunch of dumbasses! Whoever did that.
Oh my gosh.
I bet their podcast didn't last very long.
Yeah, well,
you know what's kind of funny? I did see a podcast review right after that said, unless these guys have some other skill set, they're never going to last. And here we are 5 years later. So
we got 2 listeners, so it doesn't matter.
That's Shut 2 up. Listeners.
Dickweed.
So anyway, this crazy train has been derailed a couple of times already.
Speaking of crazy train,
wrong record.
We're going to do a 35th anniversary review of The Ultimate Sin, because it came out in February of 1986. Oh my gosh.
35 years.
I'm not old. I am not old.
We are not that old. What the hell is going on? Why is time doing this to us?
Why are you squinting your eyes?
Yeah.
Time
is on
goes by. No, wrong song. That was 2 shitty renditions of 2 shitty songs.
Two different songs. And for those of you who do not watch us on the YouTube, Bill's buried his face in his hand,
shaking his head, going, "My God!"
His face is as red as my shirt. So anyway.
I don't know what that must be from the snow burn I got earlier when I was out there shoveling.
Tell you what, we were in the Midwest. We were all in like southern Indiana. Bill's a little bit more north. It's colder than shit right now, and we've had snow. We got a little ice coming up. I'm ready for this to be over with. I'm ready for spring.
I hear that. I'm ready to retire, move to Florida.
It's been a really mild winter, but boy, we're gonna have some cold days here the next week or 2.
We got 7 inches of snow out there.
Did you? Seriously?
Yeah.
Now, did a man measure that 7 inches, or did a woman measure?
Oh, really? It's like 3 inches. I don't believe you. I think it's 3. But anyway. Funny.
And this is why we're unscripted, folks, because we're unprofessional. But anyway, before we get to the Ultimate Sin album review, we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming ROCKNPOD, and Dennis wants to talk about his finger injury.
Yeah.
And for those of you with the YouTube on, you see there's a little Fender box laying in the background. He's got a guitar he's going to talk about.
Actually.
And we're also going to do album acquisitions.
Yeah. Cool.
So
the box has been actually laying there for a couple weeks, actually a couple shows.
Yes, but you're going to talk about that guitar tonight.
Yes, I am. I'm going to talk.
We've talked about it before briefly, but
Yes, but I got some information on it, and it's really cool because I was confused on it for a while. But anyway, I had a little help from Fender. You want me to talk about it right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I picked up. I have a friend of mine who was, and I won't mention names or anything or how I got it or what I paid for it. I will not talk about that. But he previously owned a record store, or not a record store, but a music store, and he had storage units with a bunch of stuff that he just put back for years and years and years. And we dug into some of these storage units, and I got a Stratocaster. I had a Stratocaster years ago, and I sold it actually to my friend. But this here was odd to me. This is a Fender Stratocaster, American made, in Fiesta red, but it's odd. Have you ever seen one with a painted headstock like this? They don't usually come like that. And also, it is American. And the only thing that says American is there's a sticker on the pick guard. This thing is brand new. I mean, this is the plastic is still on the pick guard. It's never been taken off. But the headstock usually says American US on it, but it's in gold and funky letters. And I'm like going, what is this thing? The weirdest thing is on the back, it says 60th anniversary. It's got a 60th anniversary pin on the back. So if you go by that, I'm thinking that it was a 2000, what was it? I can't remember what we come up with. We thought it was a 2014 or whatever, the 60th anniversary of the Fender Strat. And I may be wrong on that, or maybe it's 2014, whatever it was. So I'm sitting here looking at, and I can't find anything that looked like this guitar at all. So I ended up calling Fender and because I still have the box still has, actually this thing still, where the tremolo goes in, there's still a sticker over the hole. It's never even been poked. Everything is still here. I have the paper tags for it. The tremolo.
She's never been played. Is that
what? Yeah, no shit. Well, basically everything's still in the bag. I mean, this thing is mint. So anyway, I called Fender and got a hold of them and found out something very interesting about this thing. This is actually a 2006 model. So it's basically right now what it would be 15, 16, 17 years old. Is that right? So it's been sitting in a box, in the original case. And it's also it's
2006 would be 15 years.
It's 2001. So it'd be
what?
It's 2021.
Right.
Subtract 2006.
Oh, you're right.
15.
It's my math still. Of course.
Do you do your own checkbook?
No, I
That's
do it
probably
online.
a good thing.
I do it online. Anyway, so I talked to this guy named Carlos Hernandez, and I thank him very much, from Fender. They were very nice. He's actually in Phoenix. This is actually called an FSR Stratocaster, American Stratocaster. Sorry, that's my
your phone's ringing.
It's my mom. Can you believe it?
Oh, you're gonna get it now, buddy.
No, I just shut her down. So anyway, now I gotta go back to this. Hold on. All right. Where am I at? I lost it.
Better call your mama.
No, I'm gonna try to get to. That's funny. This is how did I lose that?
Oh, you shut it off?
No, seriously.
Well, how about we pause this episode, you call your mama back, and then you find that email, and then we'll get back on.
There you go.
And we're back.
Now, we said we were unedited, so we're not really edited. We just paused. So this is all right. So anyway, I talked to Carlos Hernandez from Fender, and this is called an FSR American Stratocaster. It's basically a Fender special run. This was actually made in 2006. The 60th anniversary is not for Stratocaster. It is actually Fender itself's 60th anniversary. And what they do is they were doing these special runs for certain dealers, and they only make 100 of these. So this is one of 100, and it's got all, like I said, it's all these special things. It's got the special pickups, these Texas special strat single coils, and what have you. And it was actually originally like $1,500. Was the original price of this, the MSR on it whenever it came out. This thing, like I said, is brand new. Plastic is still, I'm not touching, I mean, other than touching it right now, this is what I'm doing to it. I'm not going to do a thing for it for a while. But anyway, I just thought that was really interesting to find something that, here is 2006, never been sold, never been anything. So I'm very happy.
You should go on the American Picker Show.
You should.
I should.
Those dudes, man, my hair is jacked up.
It's just like what little bit you got.
I do,
it
man.
Pretty
it's
jacked
like,
up.
God dang.
So anyway, that's what. And then to talk about, I know we talked about this with the tummies. We was talking about my finger, and I blah blah blah. Ended up, I fractured the bone before the joint and the bone after the knuckle here. And then both ligaments are torn on both sides, just a slight bit. The doctor says that really, at this point, you can't do anything about it. It's going to be about 8 weeks. And I'm limited to where I can take my finger to, but I'm working on it every day, trying to get it. It's actually doing better, because before it would only go this far. So anyway.
You can still do this, though, right?
What really sucks, now, do both of them. One's
okay, that's
really
all that
big.
matters.
But the really sucky thing is it being a guitar player. This is my hand that fretting hand, and it's been, so I've got this guitar and I've not been able to play it since I got it.
You can do power chords, man. You don't need.
That's true too. That's true.
You weren't going to play it anyway.
Well, no, I wasn't going to put the tremolo in it, but I can still pick around on it. So, but anyway,
is it pronounced tremolo or tremolo?
Tremolo, who knows?
I don't know. I've never known.
I thought it was Trey Mello.
Trey Mello. it's Trey Mello. So anyway, but anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Use that in your yacht rock show.
There you go.
That sounded pretty smooth.
Trey Mello. No, so anyway, but that because I was doing those guitar things for a while, and that's my newest thing that I've got. And like I said, people have seen that box. It's been sitting there forever. So for at least 2.
Yeah. So are those underwear over there. You gonna move those? Or?
Those are that's actually not underwear. You know what that is? That is a plastic bag that has a. You know what's in that plastic?
I don't
bag
care. I don't want to know.
Probably don't want to know.
We don't want to know.
No, it's a bunch of 45s. It's a bunch of old 45s that are just scratched to shit. They're like some of my mom's even.
Okay, just throw them in the trash.
No, I'm not gonna throw them away. I don't throw anything away.
Max will be throwing them away in about.
I'm a hoarder. Yeah, they'll get thrown away at some point. But right now, no, they're not gonna throw it away.
They're old and scratched.
Speaking of records, you got any records this week, Bill?
Actually, I do have a record, and I bought a CD.
Woo, cool.
It's kind of crazy. Okay, so it's kind of funny because we know we're going to talk about Ozzy tonight, and we're going to review The Ultimate Sin. But I have a country record.
Okay.
So we talk about that on the show. We've all got these music tastes that go from one end to the other. And if you have a chance to listen to A to Z Radio, which is
.net.
There you go. Sorry, I didn't. I tried to give you a plug, but whatever. Anyway,
thankfully it's not a butt plug.
Yeah, I listened to it again today for just so you know, it was on my phone. My battery was dead when I got home. About 7 hours today. So you got 7 hours.
Did you notice anything particular about what you listened to today?
Yeah, my bumper is still not in the show.
Your bumper is still on my phone. I haven't even mixed it down yet.
With my bumper?
That's not what I was. That's not where I was going at with that.
Did you hear my bumper?
I am working on no repeat work days.
Oh, I heard you say that. Or did you say something like that?
So for the past 3 weeks, I've been doing a dry run of different playlists. So during the workday, from 9 a.m. to around 4:45 p.m., no artist will be repeated.
Is that Central Time or Eastern?
No, that
time?
is Eastern Time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Scandinavian time, whatever.
Scandinavian. Anyway, so I purchased this. So Dan plus Shay, it's Dan and Shay. They're a country group. They're kind of newer group. I know you'd have no idea who they are. I just really, this is one of the new bands that I do really like. So I picked this up. I have been looking for it on vinyl. It came out in 2018 and could not find it forever. And it popped up on something one time the other day. And I'm like, yep, buying it. It's done. Good. So I just ordered it and it came in the mail. I was happy.
How much did you pay for it?
And so we are going to talk about this CD
more than $3. How's that?
My wife is in the other room.
I know. We're not going to talk about that.
She can hear everything we talk about. Okay. So,
but you said you had 7 inches of snow. Did she hear that too?
She did. Did you hear
She's
clapping?
Like, liar.
Did you hear clapping? Okay. Did you? Anyway.
I love the buffoonery on this show.
Yeah. So the other thing I got, I went to the Antique Mall on I don't know, Sunday, and looked at records. Couldn't find any records, but I found a CD. I'm looking through these. I don't ever look at CDs, but I'm standing next to the records, and a CD jumped out, and it was this one, and it's just sitting there.
Wow.
It's called Foreigner. Feels like the first time. It's from 2011.
Is that the remakes of the original?
Well, it's called Acoustic. It's got 11 songs that are all unplugged,
right?
Which are great, arrangements.
Sure.
There's a Jukebox Hero CD, which has got most of the same 11 songs, but this one's got 12 on it, and it has new digital recordings, so they've been updated. And then the last one is a 13 song DVD live in Chicago.
Cool.
So and I got it for $1.
Really? What a deal.
Seriously offsets that.
I was gonna say that makes up for your record. $1. So 2 CDs and a DVD for $1.
Yeah, for $1, man.
Well, hell yeah.
Yeah. Now,
jumped all over that.
If you can't see it anymore, but you see it if you're watching video, you see
There's
this
a sticker on it.
Yeah, I took the sticker off because the sticker was this freaking long.
Oh, so the guy is like a cousin.
Oh, the name of the band was Ner.
Yeah, it was Ner. But I noticed the people. Hey, this guy. I noticed this guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Pilsen.
I know that guy.
Buddy, Mr. Pilsen.
So the guy that owns the store up there is a cousin to the guy from Book.
No, the guy that owns the booth that I was in.
Okay. It's a
cousin of the guy that that I was able actually look, I peeled my sticker off the other day.
Oh, good.
I left a little bit, but yeah. Jackass.
Use a little. Take some lighter fluid.
I don't think you can do that on a cardboard.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Kelly's dad showed me how to do that because he did it to.
I've done lighter fluid and cardboard before. I know what happens.
No. Take a little bit of lighter fluid. And not like the stuff you use on your charcoal, but actually like the little can, like you feel.
I got it off. You can't even see it, man. It's gone.
Anyway, with the little cotton ball, you can get it off there, and it takes everything off, and it doesn't hurt the cardboard.
Okay. So, all right. Well, it's off there now. It's now stuck to my finger.
All right. Well, good. Yeah. Fuck that.
Jackass. All right.
I know. Not only does he put the sticker, he puts fucking Scotch tape over top of the sticker. God damn it.
Got the whole back.
That's why I got this razor blade right here.
Back of this
I'm not cutting my wrist with this razor blade. I'm cutting off fucking stickers. So
no, you just have to use tape.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So that's all I got. I don't have anything else.
I got one record just today, actually. So of course, we hear about Metallica's new exclusive limited run of not all their albums, but quite a few of the albums at Walmart.
I don't understand that because I bought they've had Metallica records for a long time.
Well, this is new. It's colored vinyl. Everything's colored vinyl.
Yeah.
And they're limited to so many runs or whatever. So anyway, I went to our local Walmart here in Newburgh, and because I went for one album. There's only one Metallica album that I would actually buy and listen to. So I got there, and of course I'm going through, and they got the Black album. They've got like 6 copies.
That's a great record, by the way.
Yeah, but you know what, Sam, man, if I heard it again, I'd probably fucking shoot somebody in the head. I hate that album.
Says the guy that buys the same shit over and over again.
Well, no, because our band played that song every fucking gig, and I'm just done with that album. So anyway, And then they had a couple copies of actually And Justice for All, which has no bass, so I don't want that one. I've got that on CD. But anyway, I wanted to Ride the Lightning, and they had one copy left, so I jumped.
I wonder if mine's blue. Mine's got to be colored. I bought mine like a long time ago. Hold on.
No, this is just released this week. And he's wasting his time. At least he gets some steps in on his phone.
Mine is not colored.
No, it's not, because it was just this week, dude.
Excuse me, black is a color.
Yeah. Is it like clear? I actually have a clear album, so if that tells you anything. My UFO albums live is.
Let me see. Clear. I haven't opened it yet.
No, did you get it this week?
No, dickweed. I got it then back in March. I mean, back in.
No, this was just this week, dipshit.
No, it's got blue label though.
Well, I don't know.
Did you have a blue label?
What, you mean like the one that says limited edition in blue?
No,
vinyl?
Like the label on the record.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
If anybody's listening to this, they're like, "Are they talking about a record?
Are they really
tonight?
talking about?" No, yeah, I am. So anyway, but I got Ride the Lightning. I'm gonna listen to this at some point. Ooh. So
yeah, my Ride the Lightning is about slid off into the floor.
So Ride the Lightning, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Fade to Black. Wasn't it Trapped Under Ice? That's some great shit. Creeping Death. That's some great shit.
Great shit, man.
So that's the only one I would. Actually, I would have bought the other one. What's the one with the tombstones and what the hell was that? What's that called? Master of Puppets. I actually would have bought that one too, but I don't know if that one was released on color. Which that actually coincides with what we're going to be talking about tonight, because the Ozzy Ultimate Sin album, which we'll be discussing, when I saw that tour in '86, Metallica was opening for them out at Mesker, and that was during that tour. Master of Puppets. Master of Puppets. That was during that release of that, and then also, but the problem was that James Hetfield broke his arm skateboarding in the parking lot that day, and they did not play. Lars and the guitar player Kirk came out and like, "Hey man, James broke his arm." So Ozzy, they delayed the concert for about another 30 minutes, and then Ozzy actually did supposedly a longer show, but it was actually a pretty good show. That was July. Actually, I wish I should have hollered at Brian to send me that poster, because he has a poster of that. This is July 20 something of '86 is when that happened. But anyway,
crazy.
Yeah, cool.
But that's how it goes.
All right, let's talk about ROCKNPOD.
Millions of people.
I don't think there's going to be millions of people at ROCKNPOD, but there will be hundreds, possibly thousands.
Hundreds.
And I have my room. I booked my room today.
Yeah, I haven't booked my room yet.
Yes, I did today.
I'm going to though, but I haven't moved.
Special price.
It's ironic that the conference that I go to every year, have been going to every year, is in Nashville.
Right.
August 1st through the 4th.
Wow.
So it's going to be a long week.
Yes.
So
sounds like it might be an expensive week too.
Yeah.
Depends on who has to pay for that.
Yeah.
That's true.
But we are looking forward to ROCKNPOD because we didn't get to do it last year.
Right.
And
so
we want to see our buddies.
For all of the big details, go to Nashville ROCKNPOD Expo.com. That's ROCKNPOD Expo.com. And as it stands right now, Drew Fortier is a filmmaker and ex-Bang Tango member. Walter Egan will be returning. Sandy Gennaro will be there. John Billings from the Monkees and Rick Springfield. Gary Corbett, who we've had on the show before. Resist and Bite, and I don't know how to pronounce this guy's last name. Tommy Skeoch from Resist and Bite and former Tesla member. Christopher Williams, Jason Beeler from Saigon Kick, Ron Keel will be returning. Don Jameson, comedian and podcaster, will be there. And just announced today is February the 9th, as we're recording this. Yes. Billy Sheenan has agreed to come on. And Billy
really cool.
Famous from David Lee Roth, Winery Dogs, Sons of Apollo, Mr. Big, and a million other kick-ass projects.
And just a phenomenal bass player. He's a badass bass player. I'm really looking forward to meeting him. It's going to be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, get to see all of our podcast buddies and hanging out for a weekend. And like I said, it's going to be meeting people. I love going down there and meeting people and talking to people that listen to us and what have you. It's always a cool deal. Plus, me and Bill will be perusing the vinyl because there'll be a lot of vinyl dealers down there, and we'll be trying to, I bought too much vinyl last time I was down there.
I bought a couple things too, but
I would go to the room and I said, I'm done. And then I would be like, Kelly was still up there. And I'd come back. I go, okay, I got a couple more.
I think I did the same thing.
Oh, here's one more. Sorry. I'm done for
I just need one more.
Here's a question, Al. I know you're in the planning stages of this thing. Is there going to be a podcaster jam this year?
We'll find out later.
Okay.
We haven't gotten that far in planning yet.
Hopefully my finger will be ready for that. But no, we had a great time every time that we've been down there, and every time it gets better. I mean, it's really cool because, like I said, anybody who wants to come to this, you're going to go there. These guys, all these people, the stars, most of them are there most of the day. They're walking around. I mean, it's not like you have to. I mean, you're going to see these people. I mean, we went, like I said, we went into the lounge later on, and there, there's, Michael Sweet, and you just walk up to him and talk to him. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, everybody. I mean, you get to meet these people and podcasters and everything, and everybody's accessible, and it's just a really fun time. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's like, what is it? It's like a regular ticket's $20.
Yeah. I mean, if you just want to come to the podcast,
what a great deal.
I mean, it is a great deal.
I mean, plus only $20 to get an autograph from one of the three of us. Now, if you want all three of us,
that's going to cost
still $20, but one of us is $20. But you could get all three or just two.
Yeah.
If you really want, if you just want, Alan and I's, then it's $20.
And if you had me, actually, we got to pay you $1. So there you go.
Actually, it's $19.50 if you want all three.
$19.95. I could give you a nickel. Oh shit!
Is that where we throw the Nickelback joke in?
That's exactly right.
That's right.
All right. Well, let's jump into this album review.
Let's do it.
The Ultimate Sin is the fourth studio album by British heavy metal vocalist Ozzy Osbourne.
Never heard of him.
British. He's British.
He's British.
British. He's still British.
Don't do your British accent and sound like a Scottish dude. Anyway, it was released on February 22nd, 1986. It's the second and last of Osbourne's album to feature Jake E. Lee and the first to feature drummer Randy Castillo, rest in peace, brother, and bassist Phil Sousan, Soussan, who co-wrote the album's hit single and Alan's all-time favorite Ozzy song, Shot in the Dark. It was recorded at Townhouse Studios and Air Studios in London, and it was produced by Ron Nevison.
I think I read too that Ozzy did the vocals for that in Paris.
Studio Davout. I guess that would be pronounced Devo.
Yeah, maybe.
Two things that
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. The two things that I read about too is the fact that Bob Daisley wrote most of the lyrics for a lot of these songs, and then at the very beginning, before they started recording it, had a fallout with Ozzy, and basically, and then he wasn't actually even credited for writing until the re-release of the album in 95.
Yep.
The other thing was that Jakey wrote a lot of the tunes on the original, his first album with Ozzy, but didn't get credited. So he would not do anything until he had a signed contract from Ozzy, and then he actually then wrote a lot of these tunes because they had been because Ozzy had went to Betty Ford during this before this album started, and Jakey, he had wrote a lot of these tunes while he was in Betty Ford getting cleaned up.
Yeah, since you mentioned that, it's really interesting. I was looking at the good thing about having albums. You should have all this stuff, right?
Yeah. Guess who got that album for you? I got that one for you.
You did.
I should have picked it up myself.
The shitty stickers. Anyway, yeah,
I don't have that one.
Yeah, but very interesting. We like to thank the following people for the support and their support and encouragement. Right. So you read down through here and you get to Vince Neil, Nikki Sixx, Tommy Lee, Mick Mars.
All right.
And all of our friends at the Betty Ford Center.
Yes.
It's in the list. I just thought it was pretty interesting.
Is that where he was hanging out with Motley Crue?
I think that might. They made all together.
You can't put those group rate together. You know,
they got a group rate.
Exactly. That's funny.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny.
Yeah. But anyway, so I mean, and like I said, okay, we'll talk about this as
let's get rolling.
Anyway, let's roll it.
All right, we'll start out with Bill, the Ultimate Sin album opener.
Yeah, great song.
I like that look on your face, but I don't think you was expecting me to call your name.
I was not.
Class, pay attention.
I'm paying attention. I was actually trying to figure out because on the record it's not in order on the back of the album.
Well, I'm looking on the Wikipedia page.
No, yeah, but it's right on
like
there.
I'm looking at Spotify, so
yeah, I think it's right on there.
It's in the same order that I listen to it on Spotify.
But it's one of those records that they just put the list.
Don't you hate that?
Back. I do. Yeah, it's so confusing. Anyway, I think it's a pretty good opener. There's a couple other songs I think might have been a little bit better opener, but sure wasn't bad. And actually, to have two singles, one be the front end and one be the back end, that's a pretty good gig, actually.
Right.
Pretty much sums it up. So good record, good song.
Dennis.
I'm like Bill. I think it is a good opener. The first side to me is a pretty solid side. Originally, the album was supposed to be called Killer of Giants. And I think that song was, I don't know if that song was going to be the lead-off song, but Ozzy at the last minute changed it to The Ultimate Sin. That was part of course, you know.
Did Ozzy change it or did Sharon change it?
Well, yeah.
Sharon!
I would say it was probably Sharon, but anyway. But no, The Ultimate Sin is a really good opener. It's a good solid song. And I like it. And like I said, we talked about this a little bit earlier the day before. I told you that this album might be a little tough for me to listen to. And I was surprised because I haven't listened to this album in a long time till today. And I sit through lunch with my earphones on and actually was thoroughly entertained. I mean, there's a couple of songs in here that I'm not, it actually, by not listening to it for a while, I didn't hate it like I used to be honest.
You know, I think that's something that's happened to all of us when we've done these album reviews. It's like, well, better than I thought it was.
And my thing is, you know, and we had this was a previous show we talked about, and I don't remember who was it Craig Osbourne was on with us, or was it Stephen Michaels, or one of those guys we talked about Wright. The three Stephen we talked about the three. Was it Stephen Wright? We talked about the three.
Wright, yeah.
Okay, with the three guitar players of Ozzy, and Jakey's never been my favorite. Jakey's been my least favorite of the three. You know, of course, it goes Zach. Actually goes Randy, Zach, and then to Jakey. So I think that's maybe why. And I don't know. There's a song on here that got burnt out on me real bad, and maybe that's why this thing. When I saw this concert, it was not a good time in my life too. You know, I just broke up with my girlfriend, now wife, for the last, you know, many years. So maybe there's a lot of bad thoughts about this album. Maybe that's why I didn't like it. But like I said today, I enjoyed the shit out of it. So, like I said, great entry song to it. Alice, for people not watching, Alice
totally
talking of the storm.
Shut up. I totally agree about the opening. My favorite part is just that drums. As soon as them drums start, it's like I'm already hooked. Yeah. Let's go.
Yep.
All right, what's the next one? Secret Loser. Bill.
Let's see. Oh, I listened to it earlier today and I listened to it yesterday too. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be hard. I'm kind of with you guys. I liked every song on this record. There wasn't a song I didn't like. So it's going to be tough for me to say anything other than, yeah, great. Another great song. It was just one after the other. So yeah, it's going to be easy for me.
And that concludes this review.
Yeah, I mean
At least
the only
this
the only
concludes-
discussion for me is that first song. I think I would have flipped and used I would have had a different song be the opener, but it made sense. I mean,
it's the name of the song. It's
the name of the record, and I get it, but
well, I mean, that don't mean it needs to be the first song. Look at Kiss. Lick It Up is the third song on the album, and Love Gun is flipped over on side 2.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that's really the only thing for me that it's like other than that. I mean, good Lord.
Dennis.
Oh, all right. Secret Loser is my favorite song on the album. I like this song. I think it's got a great. I like the guitar work in it. I like it's a catchy tune. It's very radio friendly. I'm surprised that this wasn't. What were do you know what the singles were on this album?
I think the only official singles were The Ultimate Sin and Shot in the
Dark. Okay, so
I could flip over to the Wikipedia page and look, but that would be effort.
Yeah. I honestly, I think Secret Loser is it's a catchy tune. It's got a, I don't know. I just like it. I like Jakey's playing in that. I think it's like I said, it's probably my second favorite, or actually first favorite song on the album.
So yeah, Shot in the Dark and The Ultimate Sin were the only 2 singles that were released on it.
I kind of figured that.
And Shot in the Dark made it to number 68 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 20 on the UK singles chart. And The Ultimate Sin made it to number 72 on the singles chart. So
I'm surprised because Shot in the Dark was a huge video hit.
Now the album made it to number 6 on the Billboard 200. And number 8 on the UK album charts. So,
but at the time,
the album did really well.
In '86, MTV played "Shot in the Dark" a lot. That video was played a lot.
So now we know which song Dennis was burned out on.
That's yeah, you got it. Anyway,
the suspense is over now.
Oh my goodness!
All
right, so I have nothing to add to that you guys didn't already add. So let me scroll back here. Never Know Why.
This is it was funny. I'm listening to this tonight, and I'm like really listening to the words, and so I've whipped out the old words.
Lyrics.
To the lyrics. Lyrics.
See, I can think of these words when I'm not trying to say them.
Yeah. And if you think, and it's kind of funny because I was thinking about, the stuff that's been going on politically right now. So if you listen to the words, if we're offensive and we pose a threat, you fear what we represent is a mess. You've missed the message that says it all, and you'll never know why. Oh, you'll never know why.
Wow.
We rock. It's just a feeling how we excite. You cannot rule everybody in sight, but you condemn, don't understand, and you will never know why. Never know why.
Wow.
If you leave cold and in disgust, don't try to tame me, you'll eat my dust. I know that you'll know not what to do. That's why you'll never know why. Never know why. And I read that, I was like, I got goosebumps right now. I was like,
it kind of gave me goosebumps.
It's like,
that's kind of
holy crap.
Wow.
Yeah. There are a lot of the lyrics in Ozzy's songs that have messages similar to that.
The other thing for that. The other thing about this entire record, and I didn't really notice it before, but when I started listening to it that way, I'm reading the lyrics while it's playing, which I don't do that very much, and I need to do that. I need to sit down and get the album out while I have it and the lyrics there. The phrasing in this record is almost the same all through the record. And if you listen to it, the songs aren't the same, but the phrasing for the lyrics is pretty much
it's
very similar.
It's a very political album if you think about it.
No, I meant phrasing as in the.
Oh,
I meant
you mean
phrasing as in the
way they say it.
Yeah, the
Gotcha.
phrasing is in they say it, not the lyrics, just the phrasing of how it's presented.
Right.
But it was really when I read that I was like, wow.
I mean, you got like the Ultimate Sin, Thank God for the Bomb, Killer of Giants. Those are all, those, and Ozzy's always had War Pigs. I mean that even with Black Sabbath, that's always been a kind of he's been kind of political.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my take on it.
All right.
Good song though. I mean, I like the song. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah. All right. Me next, Alan. All right. So Never Know Why is my
after Bill.
Okay. So Never Know Why is my second favorite song. And actually it would be my favorite song, but I like Secret Loser better just because of its tempo. But I like the guitar work on Never Know Why better than I do Secret Loser. But it's a close first second right there. I just like the tone of Jakey's guitar. I like the echoey part of it. It's just, and I think Ozzy's vocals too sound really good. I mean, I actually was reading something today, and of course it was probably Wikipedia or whatever the hell it was, or reading an interview, and they said that Ozzy said this is his least favorite of his. If he had to go back and remix and redo a lot of these, any of his solo albums, this was the one he would do. And he actually blamed Ron Nevilleson for it. He said he didn't, the way he mixed it, it kind of all sounds the same or whatever. But I think the sound is really good on here. And actually, I think Ozzy's voice sounds really well on this too. I mean, it is, it's that Ozzy has his tone and the way he sings. And I think it sounds really good. So
I can see that though, because that's why I kind of thought the phrasing seemed similar.
And it may be
because when you listen to the record, you just listen to the whole thing.
Kind of a humdrum kind of.
No, not at all. It's just,
but it stays kind of.
Yeah. The tempo is basically the same. It doesn't, but
right.
it's a good, I mean, it's not a bad, it's a good record.
Right.
So, but it's I could see that. I could see where he might think that it needed to go back.
That was his comment. He said he thought it was everything sounded the same. So that's what he was saying. So,
and
I like the song. I do like the song a lot.
I think if he went back and remixed it, it would totally destroy the album.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean,
well, an
it
album
is what it is. Leave it
certain...
alone and don't mess with it. Because you know how many times we've heard them remake records or remix things, and then the second time you hear it, it's like no, because you're conditioned to the first time you hear it and how you hear it, and that version of it is really what you like. Rarely,
I mean, Dave Grohl has talked about, and there was a discussion at one time of re-recording the first album that he did by himself. No, don't do that. We like it because it's so rough and it's so garagey sounding. I mean, that's the whole point.
Right.
Don't change it. Don't mess with it.
Well, of all of the songs on this album, I think the whole album is great, but this is one of my 3 least favorite songs on this album, or my two least. It's just there's nothing specific that I can pick out of it. It's just like, I like the other ones better.
Okay.
So I mean, how do you say something that sounds like shit on a masterpiece?
Right.
Well, you got 10 songs. I mean.
Well, wait till the next.
You got to rank them all 10, right?
9 songs.
Oh, 9 songs, whatever.
There's 9 songs.
Okay, so you got 9 songs. I mean, one of them's got to be number 9.
And actually, it's better than a Van Halen. You got 41 minutes. It's not 36.
I was gonna say this is a 41-minute album.
Stretched it out there.
I can listen to the whole thing at lunch. So anyway,
there you go. All right, the next up is "Thank God for the Bomb."
This is actually okay. So if we're going to talk about least favorite, this is probably my least favorite song on the record. It just, to me, I don't know. It's not. Yeah, it's just that for me would be probably my least favorite song. And it's just because it just feels like he's. I don't know what the right word is. I don't know.
Making shit up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I give you that word?
Sure.
Corny.
I don't know if corny is the right word, but yeah, I mean, it just, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It just felt like it was a reach. Maybe that's it. I mean, it's just like, I got to stick something on here like this or something. I don't know. It's still, I mean, it's a good record though.
Okay. Well,
I listen to it. I like it. I sing along with it. I'm just saying that I'm picking 1 to 9.
There's 1 to 9. You have to have a number 9.
Well, this is my least favorite song on the album, and for this reason, I don't mind it as it's going along, but when it gets into that chorus, the thing gone for the bomb it's corny, and then that nukem, that bullshit. That little, it's like, oh, are you kidding me? But then when it gets that and that's cool,
cool riff.
But it just the riff's cool, but the chorus and that stupid nukem thing just it's corny, it's silly. I don't know. It just doesn't work. So
thanks, Dennis. Now that's going to stick out every time I hear it from now on.
Yeah, you're welcome. Nukem. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, my favorite part about this song is the driving tempo. I like that.
Okay.
So
you like it better than Never Know Why?
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy. All right.
So we go from Never Know Why, Thank God to the Bomb, Thank God for the Bomb, to Never.
Never. Let's see.
Bill doesn't remember the song.
No, I was watching the lyrics to this earlier. I mean, I was reading the lyrics to this earlier too. And to be honest with you, I do not exactly remember the song. So
that's fair.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a good song. That's why I was reading the lyrics to see if I could get it to remember it. But I read through the whole thing while it was playing, but didn't really leave a big impression.
So you've got 2 tied for number 9.
No, I don't think 9. I mean, no, I really don't think 9. I think that I think Thank God for the Bomb to me is 9. So might be an 8. Okay.
Okay. So is Never the end of the first side, or is
it?
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Never a lot because it's the guitar work in it is fantastic. It's a really great guitar, and I like, it's not, I don't like it as much as I do Secret Loser, but I like it 100 times better than Thank God for the Bomb. Thank God it saved that first side of the album. Is the way I look at it. I mean, and like I said, Jakey is not, like I said, is not my favorite Ozzy player, but he shines in this album. And like I said, after listening to it today, I was like, oh, damn, he was a pretty damn good guitar player. So, but Never is a good way to end in the first side.
Yeah, the guitar work and even the bass and the drums work. I mean, it's all just fantastic.
It's a solid song. Yeah.
Well, let's flip that record over to song number 6, Lightning Strikes.
This would have been my opener. If I was going to change if I said that I didn't really like The Ultimate Sin as the opener, this would have been the opener for me. And it's not my favorite. It's still not my number 1 favorite song on the record, but it's right up there. But I just think the way it starts and the song and the tempo, and I just like, it's very melodic, and yeah, I like this song a lot.
Yeah, it's in I have a Spotify playlist of it's up to 75 or so random favorite songs, and that one's in there. And if I'm driving, I have to have cruise control on.
Yeah, because you just get going, right? It's like hammer.
No, I agree with you, Bill. Like I said, it could have been a great opener, but what a great opener for the second side.
I mean,
it gives you, I mean, you flip the record over and you're like going, okay, what are they going to give me now? Bam, you got me again. You stuck me to this. Now I'm going to listen again. So, it's a very, very good, solid song. It's got a great riff to it. Like I said, Ozzy's vocals on this thing are really good. I like him a lot. I think he's sounding great. I like the lyrics of it. like I said, this album has not been one of my favorite albums, but I think I'm going to have to now buy it on vinyl.
Sell it to you for $20.
Yeah, I bet you will. I'll find it. I'll find another copy.
Look,
of it. I know.
$20. Do you see the sticker? No,
I know.
This one's $20.
I know. But no, like I said, I do. This song here is like I said, but what an opener for the second side. Great opener.
Totally agree. My second favorite song on this album, and probably my second favorite Ozzy song, period.
Yep.
Number 7, Killer of Giants.
I thought that this song was perfectly placed after Lightning Strikes. When you think about, how they sequence a record. Well, no, I mean, I mean, because of the timing of Lightning Strikes, having this song right after it, just kind of, you're just amped up, and it kind of they Maybe Giants kind of brings you.
Yeah, if this would have been if this had been an opener, the second side, I'd have probably shut the record down at this point.
I don't think it would have been no. I don't disagree, but I just think the placement was okay for this to be the second song on that side. So yeah, and I actually don't think this is a bad song.
Well, I got to disagree with you because it's almost dead last with Thank God for the Bomb for me. I mean, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to do another Revelation Mother Earth kind of type song, and I love Revelation Mother Earth. I don't know. It is. I kind of like the beginning of it, but then when it gets toward the middle and toward the end, it gets real. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't work for me, and I'll just stop at that.
Ranking these songs in order from favorite from number 1 to number 9, this would be number 7 for me. It's another one of those that, although it's a good song, it doesn't grab me like the other 6 above it do. If that makes any sense.
It does.
All right. Up next, Fool Like You.
This is one of the songs that really didn't leave much of an impression. So I this would be probably 7 or 8 or 9. You could take any of those 3 numbers.
I have a one word review for this song. Filler.
Yeah, I mean,
seriously, it's Is it awful? No. Is it great? No. It's just fucking 3 minutes of filler is what it is.
It just wasn't.
It's just
Again, I've listened to this whole thing twice in the last 2 days, and didn't skip any songs. So
that's why it's the second to the last song on the album.
It's filler because Ozzy said, "I don't want a goddamn Van Halen album."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna fix it. And then we're gonna fix it by putting the hit at the end of the album. That's what they.
Yep, something like that.
But yeah, I there's nothing wrong with that song, but "Fool Like You" is just something that just doesn't stick out. It doesn't do anything for me. So, anyway.
Kind of like it's out of place.
It's in place. It's just.
Well, I mean, out of place for being on this album in general.
It could be on any of them. It's just a filler song.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just filling time, filling space. So anyway.
There you go. Yeah. That's probably number 8 for me on the 1 to 9 list.
Yeah. It's better than Killer of Giants and probably Thank God for the Bomb, but it's.
So
that's a tough one, man. I don't know.
That's the best thing about opinions is they all smell like ass.
That's right.
All right, so let's go to the greatest Ozzy Osbourne song ever, Bill.
Man, I great song.
Good-looking chick.
Great way to end, huh?
Good looking chick in the video.
Yeah. Great way to end the record. It really kind of, it's a classic. I mean, it'll be around forever. And seeing it live, I mean, I got to see it live a couple years ago, and finally, and I'm glad I did, because we're never going to see him again. So that's one of the people that was on my list of and I dragged Lee. I didn't drug her. I didn't drug her to go. Drug her later. Don't talk about it. Anyway, and then I dragged her to the show, and she really enjoyed it too. So it was a good show, and
Right.
it's just one of those things, like you said, they wore this video out.
Yes.
But you know what? Metal Mayhem and everything else they were playing on MTV and Hairbangers Ball. I just watched that all night long.
Now,
so I do it right now.
This is probably why you guys are burned down on it, and I am not, because I was 16 when this came out. I wasn't even 16. I was still 15 when it came out. I had a couple months to go, but we didn't have MTV.
Sure.
I grew up in rural Kentucky. We had cable, but MTV was not on it.
Yeah.
So I did not get burned out on the song. I did not get burned out on the video.
I don't think I got burned down on it. I mean, I like that song. I've never gotten to where I don't like this. For me, Shot in the Dark for me is not like Welcome to the Jungle. If I never, Dennis talks about this all the time. If I never hear Welcome to the Jungle again, I'm fine.
Right.
I have no issue with that.
Right. And don't get me wrong either. I don't feel like that either. I mean, it's not like, have I heard this more than most songs? Yes. But does it make me turn on? No. It's just one of those things. It was a burn. I mean, but there for a while, it was a burnout song. Back in the day, they did burn the shit out of it. But did I turn it off today? No. And I like hearing it. I mean, and the thing is, as soon as that kicks in, you know what song it is. I mean, it's one of those ones that, and it's a decent song.
Well, for Phil Susan or Susan, or I do not know how to pronounce it.
Shitload of money.
But if you're going to co-write a song on an Ozzy Osbourne album, co-write one that's going to get a lot of attention.
Yeah, don't do Fools Like You. A Fool Like You. Don't do that one.
It makes you wonder, right? So we can give you, Ozzy having a conversation. Okay, so you're the only one that doesn't have any writing credits yet. So we can give you Shot in the Dark if you change a lyric here, or we can give you Fool Like You. And he goes, well,
I don't know. I like that Fool Like You.
I don't know. Let's do Shot in the Dark.
Yeah, just a Shot in the Dark.
Seemed to work.
There you go.
But no, like I said, I'm kind of glad that we did this album, because it gave me an opportunity to sit and actually listen to it today, and actually sit and listen to it, not just kind of have it in the background, and actually sit and appreciate it. And I did. I appreciated it a lot more than I had in a long time.
And we've got an album review coming up in a week or so that I'm going to have to do the same thing.
Yeah, and I hope, and I actually hope that it does the same for you as this one did for me, because we talked about it. This was going to, because the one I brought up,
right?
You're going to do, and like I said, and the thing is just kind of, I just went into it today with an open mind, and it's like, man, I haven't heard this for a long time. Let's go for it, because I'm like Bill. I'm like going, never. I couldn't even remember half these songs, what they sounded like. I mean, I knew Killer Giant and stuff like that, but
it's funny because you say that, and I'm at the gym riding the bike, so I put it on right as I get to ride the bike, and I'm sitting there riding the bike, and I'm mumbling the words along as I'm playing,
and puffing.
Yeah, I'm puffing and puffing, and I'm drumming along with the with my hands on the handlebars.
Not puffing like Ozzy was, but he's huffing and puffing.
And it wasn't huffing anything out of a bag. So there.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure Ozzy did that too.
Yeah, but I listened to the entire record. Like I said, I listened to the entire record, didn't skip any of it, and I enjoyed it, and I remembered it once I listened to it again. So I think that's the other part is you have those records too that you just want to just forget. But no, good record. I'm glad we did this one. So we talked about.
It's actually going to be one that I'm going to go look for. I'm going to actually look for a copy of it, and next time I come across
you can usually pick it up for pretty decent price. It's not.
If I come across one again, I'm going to, instead of calling you, I'm going to actually buy it myself.
We don't have to, because now I have it.
There you go. All right. Sounds like that's a wrap for us. So give us your thoughts on The Ultimate Sin. Email us at contact@agesofrock.com, or hit us up on Facebook. You can hit us up on Twitter, but we never pay attention to our Twitter or our Instagram.
I pay attention to Twitter.
I don't have Twitter.
Finally. But anyway, y'all know the deal. Visit us on agesofrock.com. Find our social media links and past episodes. And until next time, peace out. Thanks for listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and most importantly, tell all your friends. Remember, you're never too old to rock. Until the next episode, peace out, folks.